If you've been gardening for a while, you've probably heard that wood chips are the gold standard of mulch. They look natural, they suppress weeds, and they seem like a hands-off way to build long-term organic matter. But after years of testing different mulch systems, and talking with gardeners in the SoilPower community, one thing has become incredibly clear. Wood chips may look good on the surface, but they are one of the slowest, least efficient ways to build humus and improve soil health. And here's the secret most gardeners never hear. There is a mulch you can make at home, cheap, easy, and completely natural, that builds humus 5 times faster, feeds soil life immediately, and transforms your garden's fertility in a matter of weeks, not years. Once you switch, the difference in your soil structure, water retention, and plant vigor is so dramatic that going back to wood chips feels like stepping backward. Today, you and I are diving deep into why this simple alternative works so well, how to make it, and how to use it to supercharge your garden with living, nutrient-dense humus. Whether you're new to gardening or you've been growing for decades, this guide is designed to be a practical, evergreen resource you can return to anytime your soil needs a boost. Welcome to SoilPower. Let's build soil the way nature actually intended. Wood chips feel like the mature gardener's mulching choice, and that's part of the problem. They look like they should be the perfect natural mulch, but they don't behave like one. Wood chips are almost entirely carbon. They don't contain the nitrogen soil microbes need to break them down quickly, so they pull nitrogen from your soil while decomposing. This slows down plant growth, especially in nutrient-hungry vegetables, leafy greens, and young seedlings. The soil under wood chips often stays pale, dry, and compacted for months because the chips do almost nothing to feed microbial life, and because wood is dense and coarse, it can take 3 to 4 years to break down fully. Until then, the layer tends to crust over, blocking water, limiting airflow, and preventing organic matter from actually entering the soil. So while wood chips can help with weeds and slow evaporation, they're not a fast or effective tool for building rich, dark humus, the very thing that determines long-term soil fertility. When your goal is to grow stronger plants, hold water longer, and feed your soil's living ecosystem, you need a mulch that actually transforms into humus now, not in the next decade. Here's the good news. Nature already has the perfect formula for fast, biologically active soil building. It's not fancy, it's not expensive, and you can make it from materials already sitting in your yard or kitchen. This powerful mulch is what I call green compost mulch, a balanced blend of fresh greens and dry browns that decomposes rapidly and immediately fuels microbial activity. It's soft, crumbly, nutrient-rich, and capable of producing humus so quickly that you can see visible color changes in your soil within just 2 to 3 weeks. Unlike wood chips, which are mostly dead carbon, green compost mulch contains a natural mix of nitrogen and carbon that mimics the way forest floors replenish themselves. Every handful is full of life. Microbes, organic acids, minerals, and trace elements your soil is starving for. The secret lies in the balance. 2 parts nitrogen-rich green matter to 1 part carbon-rich dry matter. This ratio ignites microbial growth instantly, creating the perfect environment for humus to form at record speed. The best part of this mulch is that you can make it with what you already have. Fresh grass clippings, soft green weeds, green leaves, vegetable scraps, and plant trimmings all work beautifully. These materials are rich in nitrogen, exactly what microbes crave. To balance this, you add dry materials like straw, shredded paper, dry leaves, or old hay. These add carbon and structure, helping the mulch break down evenly without turning slimy. Because the mulch contains both elements in the right proportions, microbes are able to multiply quickly. They break down the material, converting it into humic acids and stable organic matter, the exact building blocks of humus. This soil building process happens rapidly because the materials are soft, fresh, and biologically active from the start. Experienced gardeners will appreciate how quickly this mulch melts into the soil. It doesn't sit on top for years like wood chips. Instead, it integrates with the soil profile, improving texture, water movement, nutrient retention, and microbial life almost immediately. Whether you're growing vegetables, fruit trees, ornamentals, or cover crops, this mulch adapts beautifully to the needs of your soil. To build a balanced, powerful mulch, stick to this ratio: 2 parts green materials to 1 part brown materials. Take your fresh greens, grass clippings, garden weeds without seeds, vegetable peels or soft green leaves, and mix them thoroughly with your browns such as dry leaves, straw, or shredded paper. The mixture should feel loose, moist, and slightly spongy. If it's dripping wet, add more dry material. If it feels dusty or too dry, add a handful of greens or a splash of water. This mulch doesn't require a compost pile, a bin, or months of waiting. Once mixed, it's ready to use immediately as a nutrient-rich top layer that begins feeding your soil from day one. And if you want to take it a step further, you can create a fermented liquid version that boosts soil life even faster. This is a technique that has become extremely popular on SoilPower because the results speak for themselves. Fermented mulch liquid works like a microbial supercharger, delivering nutrients and living organisms deep into the soil almost instantly. To make it, you simply take your mixed mulch and soak it in water for a week. This extracts nutrients and fosters friendly anaerobic and facultative microbes that rapidly transform organic matter into plant-ready food. Add 10 kilograms of your mulch to a bucket, fill with 15 liters of clean water, and stir daily. After a week, strain it and dilute 1 liter into 5 liters of water. When used to water beds, soil surfaces, and even existing mulch layers, this liquid jumpstarts decomposition, wakes up microbial communities and speeds up humus formation dramatically. The soil becomes darker and richer faster than you'd expect, and plants often respond with noticeably stronger growth within days. Once your mulch is mixed, spread it across your beds in a 2 to 3 inch layer. Avoid piling mulch directly against plant stems to prevent rot, but otherwise cover as much soil as you can. The mulch locks in moisture, shields soil from heat, and starts softening the ground beneath it. Within days, you'll notice the top layer beginning to warm and settle. After a couple of weeks, the material will look darker and finer as microbes break it down. Earthworms are often the first to show up, dragging pieces into the soil and accelerating the process even more. The beauty of this mulch is in the routine. Every 2 or 3 weeks, add a thin layer to keep the soil continuously fed. This ongoing replenishment turns your garden beds into living, breathing systems that support themselves with minimal effort. Over time, your soil becomes soft, crumbly, moisture retentive, and full of structure. Roots travel deeper, water drains better, and nutrient cycles become more stable. This isn't just a mulching method, it's a complete soil-building strategy. Experienced gardeners often ask why green compost mulch works so much faster than wood chips, and the answer lies in biology. Microbes need nitrogen to multiply, and carbon to fuel their metabolism. Green compost mulch delivers both, in the exact ratio microbes prefer. When those microbes get what they want, they explode in population. This microbial boom is what creates humus, the stable, nutrient-rich, dark material that gives soil its ability to grow healthy, resilient plants. Wood chips simply don't provide this balance. They are carbon-heavy and nitrogen-poor, so microbial activity stays slow and limited. With green compost mulch, the opposite happens. Microbes thrive, soil structure improves dramatically, nutrient availability increases, and plants respond with better color, stronger stems, and deeper roots. This is how you fast-track soil regeneration, by feeding the life beneath the surface. Another major advantage of this mulch is its ability to regulate water. Wood chips tend to trap moisture on the surface, preventing it from reaching the soil below. Green mulch absorbs water, holds it, and gradually releases it downward where roots can access it. This creates stable moisture levels and prevents swings that stress plants. Many gardeners report needing up to 40% less water after switching to green compost mulch. That means plants stay cooler, healthier, and more resilient, even in hot or dry climates. This mulch doesn't just hold water, it manages it wisely. One reason this method is so popular in the SoilPower community is that it uses materials we normally throw away. Grass clippings, dry leaves, banana peels, eggshells, fruit scraps, and plant trimmings all become ingredients in a powerful fertility system. The more diverse your inputs, the richer your humus becomes. Each scrap feeds a different microbial group, creating a full-spectrum nutrient profile that plants absolutely thrive on. This system is endlessly renewable, completely natural, and incredibly affordable. If you're ready to grow healthier plants, hold more water in your soil, and build humus faster than ever before, it's time to rethink the way you mulch. Wood chips may look tidy, but they hold your soil back. Green compost mulch, on the other hand, is living food for your soil. It works quickly, effectively, and regeneratively. Once you see how fast your soil transforms, you'll wonder why you ever waited years for wood chips to break down. If this guide gave you new ideas or inspired you to try green compost mulch, I'd love for you to share it with a fellow gardener who might benefit too. And if you want more soil building strategies like this, tested, proven, and gardener friendly, make sure you subscribe to SoilPower on YouTube for weekly natural gardening insights. Together, let's keep building stronger soil, healthier plants, and more abundant gardens, one living layer at a time.